The Indiana Hoosiers just got a major confidence boost. Let's talk about it. My name's Aaron.
And I'm Paul.
And we are the Big Ten guys on the daily, pushing out Big Ten content, news, rumors, analysis, whatever the heck it might be. Big Ten, right here. Don't miss out. Paul, tell them what they got to do.
Just take a quick second, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and get those alerts on. We got a lot more Hoosier and Big Ten content coming.
So don't miss out. Now, we know that last year the Indiana Hoosiers had a great year. I think with Sig Nasty, we like to call him, coming from James Madison, a lot of great transfers, great players on that team, making the playoff. A lot of people did not expect that. But I think a lot of people do expect a drop-off for the Indiana Hoosiers. And again, I think at first I will admit that I was one of those people. But the more you look into Indiana and the upgrades they have made, I don't think that's going to be the case. Specifically, we look at also David Pollack. Now, David Pollack, big-time college football analysis, used to be on Game Day. I wish he was still on Game Day.
Yeah, I liked him.
Really liked him on Game Day. But he came out and was talking about how he does not believe that the Indiana Hoosiers are one and done. Paul, you want to jump into it?
Yeah, so I mean, you look at the coaches poll and all the preseason rankings, and I think a lot of people are expecting Indiana to just be a one-and-done team. But he talks a lot about Fernando Mendoza. We already put out a video on him, so we're not going to dive into him too much. But the guy is so talented. He put up really good numbers at Cal, despite being in kind of a subpar situation. And there's even people out there who think he has number one pick in the draft potential. Guy is, I think Pollack even says he is an upgrade at quarterback, which is pretty impressive because honestly, Curtis Rourke was pretty impressive
pretty
for you
solid,
guys last year. So to call him an upgrade at QB, the most important position on the field, is big time. And then just all over the field, they still have impact players. I love Pons in the secondary. He's so good. And then we're going to talk here in a minute about what they did at the running back position. And I think this team could be even better than last year's team.
Which again is crazy because this Indiana Hoosiers team last year, if you would have said at the beginning of the season, this is a playoff team, I think people would have laughed in your face. Now I think people are like, I still don't see it. And again, I think that Indiana has the potential to kind of shrug their shoulders and say, listen, we tried to tell you, we have upgraded at a lot of different positions. And again, Signasty, the man means business, and he's one place he where he goes, he wins. It's that simple.
And I think he absolutely loves being doubted by everybody. Like,
yes, 100%.
He knows these
100%.
preseason rankings are meaningless. Nobody's seen a single team. I think he loves walking into the locker room and being like, hey, remember how we went to the playoffs last year? Well, they think we're the sixth best team in the Big Ten now. I think he thrives off of that underdog mentality and loves when his team has a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to use it a lot this year.
And as a Michigan State fan, that really reminds me a lot of Mark D'Antonio. Under kind of his regime in East Lansing, it was that kind of chip on your shoulder mentality that I really think they thrived off of a lot, because a lot of times they ended up winning 3 Big Ten championships under Mark D'Antonio. They won a Rose Bowl, a Cotton Bowl. I know this is not a Michigan State episode, but it was one of those things that a lot of people doubted him. And I loved it. Doubt us. Doubt the Spartans. Doubt the Hoosiers, because they're going to come back and they're going to slug you in the mouth. So again, comment below what you think about David Pollack's comments. You agree? I assume you do if you're an Indiana fan. I know there's some people who aren't Indiana fans here. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Now, some other good news, just some confidence boosters. If you did not see our episode, we put out an episode Big Ten specific, a holistic look at the coaches poll that was put out, and it had Indiana at 19. And I would say a lot of people, again, for making massive upgrades on this team, it's kind of disrespectful. And there are teams in front of them that even last year finished awful, did not finish good. And it surprises me that they're ranked in front of Indiana. And Indiana, all they did, again, was make upgrades. So RJ Young, He comes out, he ranks, it's called the Ultimate 136. He ranks them all, and he put Indiana at number 11. Again, giving them some respect where respect is due, I believe. And moving forward, I think that, again, you look at their schedule, and they have a rough kind of 4-game stretch that we'll talk about towards the end. But they have a lot of good chances to win a lot of these games, again, and prove people wrong.
Yeah, and going back to our Big Ten video here just a second, I'm a Michigan fan, and I admitted in that video Michigan should not be ranked higher than Indiana in the preseason poll. I think the coaches had Michigan 14th, I want to say, and Indiana 19th. And even as a Michigan fan, I can sit here and admit, like, yeah, I think Michigan has a high ceiling with 5-star Bryce Underwood, but Indiana was better last year, and Indiana made the upgrades that there's really no reason to believe that Michigan is going to be better from day one. We'll see what happens on the field, but I think it's good to see that guys like Young and David Pollack, at least there are some people, and these are two really big football guys, not just ESPN guys who happen to talk college football some days. These guys know ball. They both have Indiana as one of the better teams in the Big Ten.
For sure. And another thing that we need to jump into, too, is we're talking a lot about Mendoza, Surratt, all these guys that have a ton of potential for the Hoosiers. But what we have not talked a lot about is the running attack, the rushing attack. And there's 2 big-time transfers. I don't know if I want to say big-time transfers, but 2 transfers that can make a big impact on this team. The first, Roman Hemby. You may remember last year, so he came from Maryland, absolutely on the ground, scorched the Hoosiers. Now, obviously, one of those runs was a 75-yard run, so you kind of take that out of the equation. It wasn't the greatest game for him. But besides that, he did it on the ground, he did it catching, and that was for a very poor, I want to say a different word in front of poor, Maryland team. Very bad Maryland team that won 4 games, so I get why he wants to leave. So you take him, you put him on a better team with a better line, with a better offense, and you only can guess that he's going to thrive in that.
Yeah, and I think Ellison was really good last year, and Lawton, like that, they made a really good 1-2 punch. But I think a lot of that was just this offense was so good, the offensive line was so good, and I think you put a guy like Hemby, who put up really good numbers, like Aaron said, in a awful offense with a terrible quarterback, and you put him on a team that can sling it and block. I think he is going to be a star this year. And big news this week, I don't know if you caught it, Hoosier fans, the Doak Walker Award actually added him to their preseason watch list. Like, you don't look at those Maryland numbers and be like, oh yeah, he's going to be a Doak Walker Award finalist next year. But they know the talent is there. They've seen the talent. And in this offense, they believe he's somebody to watch as potentially being one of the best running backs in the country.
For sure, 100%. And then another big-time transfer from UAB, the University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Blazers, is Lee Beebe Jr. I believe I said the last name right.
Yeah.
I assume it's right. But last year, junior year there, did pretty well, just over 5 yards a carry, 7 rushing touchdowns. Granted, a lot of people say, well, it was at UAB. But again, we need to look at Ellison and Lawton, a solid 1-2 punch. And that has the potential with Hemby and Beebe. And so I think that these 2 players, or this backfield, especially Hemby, are being overlooked and not a lot of people talking about it because there's a lot of other talent on the field. But again, I think that Indiana's going to come out with a solid rushing attack and surprise a lot of people, just like they'll surprise a lot of people to show them that they are not a one and done, like Pollack said as well.
Yeah, and I think cool story real quick about Beebe, like back to us talking about like having a chip on your shoulder and being overlooked. This guy was a walk-on at UAB, so he has been overlooked. Like if you're a walk-on at UAB, you probably don't even have any stars on like Rivals or
for sure
any of these recruiting sites. He has worked his way up the ladder to now he is a Big Ten running back who's going to get significant carries. So this guy wants it. He's hungry. Exactly the kind of guy that Cignetti wants to have in his backfield.
Signasty. Coach, Sig
That's
nasty. So comment below. Tell us what you guys think, whether it's what David Pollack had to say, RJ Young, or this rushing attack. What are your thoughts on these two new guys that just transferred in? Comment below. Paul, you got anything to say?
Just take a quick second on your way out. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more Hoosier and Big Ten content coming.
We'll talk later. Peace.
See ya.